Hello, today I'm going to give you a quick little tutorial as to how to use Dreamweaver to create an image map, and maybe I'll throw in a couple of other Dreamweaver tricks in there as well. The first thing that you want to do is go to your Launchpad. You will have two options available for Dreamweaver. The most current one is this Adobe Dreamweaver CC 2017, and I'm going to demonstrate that one first. If for some reason yours is not working, you can use the Dreamweaver CS4, and it's pretty easy to adapt to it. So open up Dreamweaver CC 2017. I'm going to actually close this properties bar here because most of you will not have that available to you right away. Once you have your screen open, you'll want to go to File and open up an HTML file that you have already begun, or you can start one from scratch, but I suggest working with one that you've already begun. I'm going to use Service New here. You'll have to excuse me here. I'm going to get rid of some of this stuff that I was playing around with earlier. I'm going to come down here to the code area and just take it out real quick. Okay, so if you were to open it up and not have a picture in there, it might look something like this. With the split design up here, you do get to see what it sort of will look like in the live view, and down here you have the code. You can go strictly code, you can go strictly design. I encourage you to use the split. You will then need to decide where you're going to insert your picture. So I just usually go in the design area, position my cursor where I want it to appear, and then I'll come over here to make sure I'm on the Insert tab, and I choose Image. It will then give me an opportunity to find the image that I want to insert. I'm actually going to go to my desktop. This should be in my file folder, but for today I'm just getting it outside of my file folder. But I'm going to be using the image map JPEG. I'm going to click Open. And when I do that, the picture inserts as its normal size. I'm going to show you later how you can change that size. But in order for us to do anything with that picture, we have to open up the Properties window. And that's what I had open at the beginning. You may need to open yours up, so I'm going to demonstrate that now. If you go up to Window, choose Properties, you'll get this bar here that has a bunch of different tools on it. The tools change as you activate different things on your screen. Right now I have the picture activated, so a lot of different things that I can do with the picture show up on this toolbar. If I were to get off the picture and maybe say just select the word match, I don't have the same tools. I have some similar ones, but not the same ones. I'm going to go back to the picture over here. I mentioned that I could change the size of it. Right now it's a width of 550 and a height of 381. I'm just going to change that to a height, not 550, but we'll make it 350. And then I'm going to make this 181. I'll leave it at 244. It looks like it automatically adjusted. And then if I go back up here, you'll see that the picture is much smaller now. I'll activate the picture again, and once again I have a number of different tools here. I could link the entire picture somewhere by just going to this little bar and typing in where I want it to link to. Or I could take advantage of these tools down here in the lower left-hand corner. If you recall, with the image maps, you can create rectangles, circles, or polygons, and that's what these symbols represent right here. I'm going to use rectangles. By clicking on the rectangle, I get kind of a skinny cross there. I can simply go back to my picture and identify what portion of the picture should be one of my hotspots. Once I identify the area, I let go, and it becomes blue. Then it says, tell me where you want me to link to. Now notice mine has a hashtag there. Unless I'm going to an ID on my page, I want to get rid of that hashtag, and then I'm just simply going to type in the, oh my goodness, I can't type today, the URL. We're going to say http://www Texas Roadhouse, since I'm having a steak up there. And I can put my alternate description here. I could say pic of steak, and then click elsewhere. And I've established that link. Then to create additional links, you just simply click on the picture again and make sure the whole picture is activated. And you should have your image map options down here again. We'll do another rectangle, and I will just create a box around my second hotspot. Release it again. Decide where it's going to go. This time we're just going to send it to the Waukee website. And I'll just say Waukee site and click elsewhere. I would continue doing this until I have created all of my hotspots. I'm going to stop at this point and not create any more. I'm just going to save it. And then I'll go to view it. I have that. I have a mess in my drive here, but let's see if we can find this. Solution files. So with it saved and opened up in an actual browser, my picture doesn't look any different when I just open it up. But remember, I created a hotspot over the steak and the cheesecake. So if I click on the steak, it goes to the Texas Roadhouse. If I go to the cheesecake, it's going to go to the Waukee website. So that ends the image map portion. Oh, I guess look down here before we do that. Look down here. Notice that the image codes were put in there. Just ignore this. This is because it wasn't in the same file folder that it needed to be in. But here's the image coding, and then here's the image map codes with all of your coordinates already determined for you. One last thing that I'll show you before we sign off, and that's just how to insert a link. If I were to select this word right here, travel, you'll notice that I have the option of adding a link, and I'm just going to add HTTP and go to Google, and maybe I'll give it a title, Google link. And if I save it, and I go to my site again, oops, I lost it. Oh, there's my travel right over here. If I hover over it, because I have that, I'll put this over here, because I have that title in there, I get that screen tip that says Google link. If I click on it, it actually takes me to Google. I would avoid using Dreamweaver for a lot of other things, just because you're going to get a lot of nasty codes in there that you may not know how to fix if they don't validate correctly. But you can certainly use this for the image map and for links.